very special edition of V-Test Drive. It is the Winter Wonderland edition. So I took the opportunity because today we have a massive Canadian snowstorm, but I'm taking advantage of driving a 2010 Audi Q5. It is a Quattro SUV, basically specifically designed for days like today. We're gonna go for a very quick and little brief test drive. I wanna show you guys how unstoppable this beast is when it comes to heavy snowfall conditions. But I'm not gonna focus too much on the car today. This is gonna be for a more separate review a little bit further on. Today's video is really gonna focus on harsh winter driving conditions. As you notice, it is very windy. It's snowing very hard. Pretty cold, I'm not gonna lie. So how about this? Let's start this car up, let's hop on in, and let's take it for a test drive. Let's go. All right, and we are off in the 2010 Audi Q5. All right, so the weather is quite terrible, but we are driving a four-wheel drive SUV equipped with some awesome snow tires. Trust me, it's like there is no snow. But as you noticed, with the Quattro, we step on the gas and no issue on the pickup whatsoever. You definitely need to keep your distance, and when you press on the brakes, it is slippery. Today's conditions are very poor. There's a lot of snow and visibility is very bad, and there is ice under that snow, so it makes for very slippery conditions. But once again, I feel very at ease and I feel very comfortable in this vehicle. There are a lot of different variants on four-wheel drives. We got the Volkswagen 4Motion, we got the BMW X-Drive, we also got the Mercedes 4MATIC, but Audi has always been leading and cutting edge when it comes to their all-wheel drive, their Quattro all-wheel drive. It is honestly one of the best systems out there, having tried all the systems pretty much available, including the Range Rover system. I do have to say that the Audi Quattro system is really on top there of all the systems. So the advantage to Audi's Quattro system, it lets you kind of brake control. Let me define that. It means that the traction control does intervene, but it is a little bit more sporty than, say, the BMW X-Drive, which really intervenes quite often. So I feel you have a little bit of less control. 4MATIC is kind of in between, but really the place where you're gonna have the most fun is the Quattro system. You really get the opportunity to toss the car around quite extensively. All right, so let me give you guys a little bit of a rundown of the car I have today. It is nothing special, nothing exceptional. It is a 2010 Audi Q5. But what's most interesting is that this being the 2010 model, it came with the optional naturally aspirated 3.2 liters V6 engine. What a fantastic engine. Sadly enough, the following years, 2011, 2012, and so on, dropped the 3.2 V6 and they opted for a more fuel efficient 2-liter turbo, which is pretty much the standard in Audi's range right now. They're a 4-cylinder turbocharged 2-liter petrol engine. But this V6 is just perfection. Such a smooth power delivery. Being naturally aspirated, you don't get any type of turbo lag whatsoever. I mean, the fuel consumption wasn't all that bad neither. You would average around 11-12 liters per 100 in the city, around 9 liters per 100 on the highway. Definitely compared to the 2-liter turbo, it is a little bit less fuel efficient. The 2-liter turbo gives about a 20% improve. But the main difference with the 2-liter versus the V6, V6 holds about 270 horsepower at roughly 3,000 RPM, while the torque figures go at about 245 pound-feet. Now for the 2-liter 4-cylinder, flip it. So essentially it's around 220 horsepower, but the torque is a whopping 270 pound-feet. So this is where it really picks up. So it makes more sense. The 2-liter turbocharged engine makes more sense on every level. It doesn't even change the 0 to 100 time. So I understand why they went more with the downsized turbocharged engine. I mean, it delivers roughly the same performance for better fuel economy. Now, reliability, this is where the 2.0 kind of lacks versus the V6. This V6 is a very, very solid engine. Not prone to many problems except for carbon buildup, but this vehicle was checked about a year ago for that, and carbon buildup was a very minimal. This car has about 106,000 kilometers, which is very low for a 2010 if you think about it. But really, today's video isn't focusing too much on this car in particular. We are focusing more on what it's like to drive a Quattro SUV in extremely horrid conditions. So I mean, here we have a little curve. I'm starting off, pressing on the gas, car goes a little bit sideways, traction control intervenes on the spot, keeps everything in check. It's very slippery, there's a lot of ice under, but no disturbance whatsoever. Traction control is keeping everything in check. I mean, car delivers great performance, very predictable, everything is exactly as you would expect it to be. I mean, like I said, the roads are slippery, but not to the point where you would get scared. Sure, I'm stopping, you know, plan your stops ahead. This car is a tank for the snow. Really impressive. Wow. We have a curve coming. See? Snowbank. Big snowbank. What snow? Essentially, that's what it is. What snow? All right, turning in. Fantastic. Totally fantastic. So as you see, big snowbank coming. Car struggles a little bit. It is deep snow, but really, no issues whatsoever. So yeah, like I mentioned, I'm not gonna get much into depth about today's car. It was really more of a little bonus video to show you guys what it's like to drive a Quattro SUV in today's Canadian beat up snow weather. A lot of cars are stuck, a lot of issues with everyone, but you know, with Quattro, I have no problem whatsoever. Everywhere around me, cars are trapped in snowbanks, everyone is stuck. I mean, as long as you're cautious and you're careful, you will have no issues whatsoever. So given the very poor weather condition, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. I want to just thank you guys for all the massive support. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of videos coming up soon. New car reviews are on the way. This was just a little bit of a bonus video, we can say, to show you guys what it's like to drive in our seriously heavy Canadian weather and why SUV markets in North America have been booming and exploding. Well, as you noticed, because of the snowfall that we got so quickly, so fast, that's one of the main reasons. So once again, thank you all for following. Thank you all for the massive support, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.